Goodness gracious. A little late, but still going on strong. Maniacs. Oh, hi, Ikachu. Hi, Ikachu. We are Salt Tier Podcast. This is Seattle's very own video game podcast where your argument is. Hello?
Invalid.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was
we
waiting.
are proudly brought to you by Voodoo Ranger IPA, B Corp certified, employee owned, hashtag live rangerously. I do not have any Voodoo Ranger with me today, but know this, my friends and fellow maniacs. They make strong ones, they make doubles, they make juicy ones. They run the gambit on IPAs, and it's a fantastic company to support because they love gamers. Find out more about them through their Twitter or their Instagram. They're very active. Glad that we get to do stuff with them. Small applause to Voodoo Ranger IPA.
Golf clap.
Yay.
Voodoo.
And we are here brought to you in the heavenly graces of the Emperor Elote, the Prince of Parmesan, and the Sultan of Spaghetti. We have Keith the Boogie.
I am not a crook.
You're not a what?
I am not a crook.
I was thinking about salted spaghetti.
Sounds weird, but you put salt on everything when you cook.
Fantastic that we're here. Thanks for hanging out with us, even though we're late. And we got fun people in the chat already. Most notably, I'm going to start off at the top of it saying, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about us. We are Salt_Tier Pod. Sorry, Salt_Tier Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Salt Tier Podcast on everything else. And I'm going to start with the Save Rings because the Save Rings owes Hot Riku Girl some freaking games.
At least 8 or 9
hasn't
games.
Delivered yet.
At least 8 or 9 games at this time.
You do it by the end of the podcast. Also, hi everybody. This is the Save Rings ... You got to remember the ... It's like Tropical Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Also at V-Gaming and at Midlife Comics. Tell us what you've been up to, who you are, and we got to keep moving. We got so many topics.
For sure.
Oh, hey, real quick, Russ, before you do that, could you drop the link to the Steam group into the Twitch chat for Ikachu?
Yes, I can.
Ikachu wants to hang out with us and get free games.
Yes, that I can do. Hi everyone, this is Save Rings ... As Loud and Brown pointed out. This week I've been playing the huge, your Final Fantasies, your Octopath Travelers, and really that's about it. Not really too much going on the front. I will just say that Final Fantasy is an excellent game if you haven't played that. And I had some other stuff, but we'll get to it. What's up? Right below me, you got Sage Bell. What's going on, Sage Bell?
Hello. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at Sage Bell. I stream Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and I will not be streaming any other day this week because PAX is this weekend. So, whoop. You can also find me on Instagram. You can watch my reels and my posts, SageBell_model. I have not logged into anything else to post recently. What have I played recently? Well, I played Dead by Daylight per usual, PUBG per usual.
How was PUBG? You got any winner chicken dinners?
Oh, I have plenty of winner chicken dinners.
I've only had one, and it was on Warzone.
We play a lot of casuals and then we log out. So casuals, you're playing against like 50% bots. So it's a really fast way to get out like your XP and stuff. And like the game can be really buggy. So it's a good way to get your computer kind of used to how the game is running. So if you can knock out your casuals, then you can do like real play if you want, or you're already done an hour and a half in. And I've been playing Genshin Impact, trying to just grind that. I'm still not even a venture rank 20 because it's a long grind.
You gotta insert your quarters there.
I still gotta level up. You don't use your quarters to level. You still have to do shit to level. So I don't think anytime soon I'm gonna get to the new location, but I'm hoping because they just released like an area that's based on like Southeast Asia / South Southern Asia. And I'm hoping that by time they release the characters that I want to pull for, I have shit to put money into, like
Yup.
have in-game currency to purchase characters.
There you go.
Yes. So Sino is one of the characters that Aikachu is wanting. He is basically an Anubis character.
Nice.
So yeah.
You're an Anubis character.
I am Sicilian. I am not quite Egyptian.
Close enough.
Maybe closer than you.
Yeah, definitely closer than the Philippines.
Yeah.
And Compton.
And Compton, yes.
And then I believe, does it go to you or does it go up to the Rigatoni?
Maniacs, this is me. I am on Instagram and Twitter at Loud and Brown. I am Lucky Bandit, spitting lines. Other than that, if you are unfortunate enough to see my fighting game tag, that'll be Gross Steph with a PH. It's been a good week. I've been very busy. Been doing a lot of music, doing a lot of work, playing a little bit of Guilty Gear. But outside of that,
doing a little drinking.
a little what?
Doing a little drinking.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I don't drink. I'm a bartender. Bartenders don't drink. You didn't know that?
Mm.
We've never have.
I mean, I know 2 sober bartenders.
I know a couple too.
One of them.
As far as this week goes, though, I've consumed a little bit of video game media. Desk put out a couple videos, watched some Guilty Gear tournament footage. I'm putting my foot in there, but this was a big break after Emerald City Comic-Con week, so took it easy this weekend. Visited some friends at work. Watched all of the Sandman.
Oh, you watched it all?
And watched all of The Bear. Oh, I know I got a reaction from freaking Frodo T. Baggins about The Bear. And that's my final update for the week. I'm just getting ready for PAX. Hey, Frodo T. Baggins, what you got to say about The Bear? They'll make a video game out of that. Burger Mania. There you go. You are on mute, Frodo.
I watched the first episode, and I haven't watched the rest of it. Like, the thing is that they get and they do a really good job of conveying like the palpable fucking anxiety of working in a restaurant. And if you haven't been in a restaurant in a few years, like I haven't, feeling that again is just super uncomfortable, and I don't want to deal with it. So I'm not watching the rest of that show because it makes me feel like I'm back in a kitchen, and that was like not necessarily the healthiest point in my life.
Yeah, same thing happened to Dave Chang. He watched one episode and put it on the shelf. He goes, "Yo, they nailed it," and he doesn't
I don't
have
really
it in
need
his
to watch the show.
That's so funny. You got that from episode 1. If you watched episode 7, you might have threw your laptop out of the window.
I've heard that before, and I was like, I don't need
episode 7, man. So
I just don't need that in my life right now.
Where's that game? Where's the Top Chef game? I would love it,
dude. There's
Cooking Mama.
Yeah, there's anime cooking games all over the place.
And there's also Ignis in Final Fantasy 15.
There's also Overcooked. That's a popular one too.
Ah, that's right.
Oh, Hot Rico Girl in with Overcooked, right as you guys said it.
Yep. Oh, Hot Rico Girl. I'm looking through our humble bundle here. Do you have a Ouya? Because I got a copy of Broken Age on the Ouya. If you want,
you could side chat with Hot Rico Girl. Don't do this on the podcast, you freaking maniac. We have so many topics to go through. Most importantly, we are starting with AMD and let's check in with Madden 23. We're doing Madden Gate. Let's go.
Or we just check in with Frodo Baggins, see where we're supposed to go.
Yeah, Frodo T. Baggins. Let's go where we're supposed to go.
Well, I was going to say that all I've been doing this week is grinding Fortnite because I'm a filthy fucking casual. But I enjoy it. And the Naruto crossover is kind of ill, except for all the challenges because there's one that I just can't get. And so screw those guys.
Wait, isn't it Dragon Ball, you said?
Dragon Ball Naruto. Dude, I'm not a weeb. I can't tell my anime apart.
How dare you? How dare you get Naruto confused with Dragon Ball? Stop it.
They're all the same.
They all look the same.
Dude, it's all
You're
weeb shit.
you're an anime racist. They all look the same.
I'm an animacist.
Ugh,
All right.
whatever.
I'll agree to that. To the
But
first
I'm
topic.
I'm only like 13 levels away from like all of the extra stuff.
From
So,
starting
like,
all over in a week when there's a new season, and they get you back
No,
on that
it's
treadmill.
like 3 weeks.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm like a little hamster on a wheel. I love that shit though.
Part of the problem.
I know. I am part of the problem. First up, so some of you may like the game BioShock. It's a popular game, and there's going to be a movie made out of it, and it's going to be on Netflix, which could be good or could be terrible. I'm not really sure yet.
Bad.
I
Anyways,
imagine the music will be amazing.
Everybody, make sure you listen to the esteemed writer and director Saverings ...
Well, I mean, the Cowboy Bebop wasn't that good.
That was an anime, and
But is that the same people?
I can go on.
It's definitely not the same people. Look at that. It's the I Am Legend director and the Blade Runner 2049 writer. So
Okay.
very, very
okay,
notable
one of those
good
is
people.
good and one of those is terrible.
I've never
Yeah.
seen Blade Runner.
What?
Yeah,
you didn't like I Am Legend?
It was okay.
I am trash.
Yeah. At best, it was okay.
I thought it was a good movie.
For what, like, because I Am Legend hit me when I was young enough to like it, and have like some of the jumpy scares that are in it to like it. But so I can see how this with what they said I Am Legend. I can see how that's going to work. I can see how it's going to be beneficial.
Mhm.
I think
if you're still awake when I come upstairs, I'll ask you then.
mute.
I have my wrist.
And I have never seen Blade Runner, so
you.
I'm not positive
Love you.
how that would go. But I think
I heard that
I
was
Am
good.
Legend could make it
But
fun.
Yeah.
video,
As Hot Rico Girl said, we're still waiting on the freaking Borderlands movie.
Listen, there's a panel. I'm going to try to go to it at PAX. Okay, I need
Yeah.
to go to it.
yes, and the reason why Sage Bell was bringing that up before previously is because video game movies don't have a very good track record. There's been a streak in the last few years where there was like 2 or 3 good ones in a row. It was Sonic, it was Detective Pikachu, and there was like one other one that was a video game movie that turned out pretty decent.
The Tomb Raider remake.
No, that wasn't it.
You know what? The Tomb
it
Raider
was
remake
good.
actually wasn't terrible.
I like the Tomb Raider remakes.
I think that the gal they had playing Lara Croft was better than Angelina Jolie. Walton Goggins is a super, super good bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
The action was good. Well, it was
I
better.
only got halfway
Yeah,
through.
Sonic 2 was also good.
Mm-hmm.
How did they get Idris
Sonic
Elba?
2, I just watched it. It was good. Yeah.
Money. That's how they got him, Lon Brown. People
Then
will
you
get
got
anything.
the greatest video game movie ever made, Blood Rain.
Ooh.
Don't forget Fear.com. That's also a great one.
Also too soon. What we're saying is, there are enough good ones to say that you can do it. It's not the norm by any means.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm definitely a little skeptical about this BioShock movie. I would have liked it if it was a limited series, not a series, because I don't trust those either. But I'm talking about stuff like Chernobyl. I'm talking about stuff like, WandaVision. When you give someone, hey, you have 6 hours to tell your story, then people really try harder. They really do.
Yeah, but then you also get people who are like, "Oh my god, I have to fill 6 hours and I don't have that much to say."
Or they have like 100 books worth of continuity that they smash into 6 hours.
Well, or they just try to make it into a trilogy movie.
So, there's a lot of approaches. I'm just saying BioShock, because of the lore and just the length of the games, I believe it would require a minimum of 3 hours to tell the original BioShock story. I don't know if y'all agree with that, but that's where my head's at.
That sounds about right. Yeah, it'd have to be a longer
And
than average movie.
yeah, and I would like it even more if it was 6 episodes of 45 minutes or 30 minutes, and you can breathe a little bit, watch the characters develop.
Well, and not only that, given that this is Netflix, they might not get a second season, so you might be left on a cliffhanger forever. So it would be better if they did a whole story in a chunk, you know?
Yeah. I think it's too much information for 3 hours. It's like a 4-hour to 6-hour movie. I mean, series.
For
Yeah.
BioShock?
Oh, yeah. And also, anybody here, I catch you was asking, did anybody see the Monster Hunter movie?
You mean the movie that looked really bad, but then I heard was actually decent, but it looked really
I heard
bad
it was
going
good.
into
They
it.
had Tony Jaa and Mila Jovovich.
Ooh, that could be a terrible movie.
Apparently, it didn't suck, but it didn't
Sweet.
blow anybody away.
She's the queen of Capcom video game movies because she's been in like all of them pretty much.
I mean, I'm not saying she's bad. I'm just saying sometimes the movies she's in aren't the best, but she's hot.
Resident Evil is a guilty pleasure. That's that's a crap movie that I like. And you know,
The first one?
it's okay to like crap movies sometimes.
You're talking about the first one, right?
Dude, I watched all of them.
Speaking of crap movies that I enjoyed, Uncharted.
I want to watch it.
I heard mixed reviews on that, but you liked it?
The production values are really good. Tom Holland is adorable. Marky Mark is Marky Mark, just chewing through scenery like a freaking pit bull.
Okay.
And you know, not terrible. Here's the thing: the one thing I will say that just threw me off is that Antonio Banderas like turns the Antonio Banderas up to 10, and it's just like jarring.
Oh, so he's like a meme of himself, huh?
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Yeah, he did that in Expendables 3.
Oh.
So I get it.
A little cheesy, not a super like intense. Like there wasn't a whole lot of thought put into the plot, I don't think.
Yeah.
But you know, reasonably well done. Good background noise.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just totally distracted everybody from everything.
What are you doing?
No, we were talking about video
I'm
game movies and how
standing.
there has been a rash of decent ones lately.
I just like, Derek, do we need to cover you? Like,
No.
are we about to see something unfold on screen? I'm concerned. Are we gonna get banned from every platform?
Are you
No, I
gonna
don't
get us?
believe so.
You gonna get us banned like Andrew Tate? Is that what you're gonna do?
Oh. We know we are doing. We're moving on to the next topic.
Which is still one of the first ones. Huh?
Ooh. So listen, this one would have fallen under what we used to call the tech fap section, because AMD is doing something that nerds love.
Nerds like me. Is this the AMD and NVIDIA GPUs? Or are
No,
we
this is
going
the
with
Ryzen 7000.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I didn't even know that was even happening today. Like 2 people linked it to me because like normally I kind of keep up with that kind of stuff. But we talked about this on the show back in 2016 for those that have been with us for a while. You remember on the show where I specifically wanted to talk about the new AMD processors that were coming out and how that was going to change things moving forward? Well, fast forward to 2022. Those chips that I talked about in 2016, a variant of them is what's in your Xbox series.
A
It's what's in your
variant?
PS5. Yeah. It's also what's in the SteamDeck and other devices, the little handheld PCs we're seeing now, really, really powerful laptops. Well, today they released their newest platform of that. They've pretty much been coming out with model lines based on that original release since 2016. And it's been on what's called the AM4 platform, little socket that it goes into and all the things you can run on that. Well, to keep it brief, today they unveiled their AMD 7000 series, which is their next, actually the next evolution of that. It's the next model number of that, the next series or whatever. That's going to be running on the AMD 5 platform. And some of the specs that they showed are just kind of ridiculous. Let's take a look here. Pretty much, I'll just scroll down. For the longest time, from about 2007 to about 2016, the highest in desktop processor you could get had 4 cores, had 4 logical cores, and some hyper-threading. So they had 4 cores and 8 threads, which means that they could do up to 8 or 16 different calculations, at a time. Could juggle all these things. For gaming, the more cores, the better usually. But now we're looking at the top of the line processor here, 16 cores and 32 threads, almost 6 gigahertz, $700. The top of the line motherboard, which is very interesting. There's a B one, there's like the budget one, there's the X, which is like the elite one, and then there's the XE. And the reason why I bring this up is it's very interesting because this is going to allow you to pretty much do what the PlayStation 5's SSD does. This is it in the PC form. So
Okay.
we should be getting that this fall. So just keep an eye out, and this technology will have lasting effects moving forward. Like I said, for example, the current Xbox and the current PlayStation 5, run on Ryzen. So just keep an eye out. I just wanted to say like that came out. If you wanted to look it up and find some information, definitely go ahead and do that. It's all over the interwebs if you want to go look for it. So
I think I'm gonna get a 1080. This is what's gonna happen.
What are you gonna put it in? The PC you don't turn on?
The
That's
PC I use almost every day.
a 1080, a GTX 1080.
You gonna
Yeah.
put it in your Mac?
No.
Those cards are unicorns.
My living room, like we call them the juice.
So you'll be going from, what do you have? You said you have a 970, right?
970.
Yep. That's a 1080. That's a pretty big jump.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I'll
be
trade
nice.
you. You get your 1080 and I'll give you my Ryzen 7 and I'll take your 1080.
No. How about
Also, now that we're drifting off into Wawa land,
Mm-hmm.
there's more AMD news that tech nerds will love. So I will let Russ continue to speak about things like that.
Let's see which one we got here. Oh, this is good news for all you gamers out there. Any gamers listening in? If you've been waiting, I don't know, the last 3 years to update your graphics card in your computer, they may finally. Prices have been tumbling. A lot of them are at MSRP or below, but they're about to start slashing them even more. Nvidia has just so much overstock because they kind of strung people out for a while, sold all their stuff directly to miners and bots. The people kind of just gave up, and then they were just happy with what they had. But now it's to the point where they can't sell those cards anymore now that they have them in stock, and their new cards are supposed to be coming out like later this year or early next year, I think. So if you're in the market or have been in the market for the last 3 years or so for a GPU, coming up soon might be the time to jump on that. These newer cards, the 3000 series, which is the ones that they have a glut on, they're so overpowered. I have a 3080, and I wasn't planning on buying a 3080. It just literally fell into my lap, and I got it for MSRP. It's overpowered. It's overpowered for like 99% of what I do, and I'll even have games where I crank everything up, and that card's still half falling asleep. So now's a good time, or will be a good time to grab a graphics card. So this is a public service announcement. Thought I'd throw it out there.
And I just want to shout out all the crypto bros who lost all of their millions and billions of dollars and now can't even sell their GPUs to make rent money.
Yeah.
I hope you all choke on a big bag of coffee.
Yeah.
Can I say that on here?
Yes, you can. And I'm curious to see next year when these new cards come out, are they going to jump all over those and screw everything up again? And then is that going to make the old cards go back up? And what's going to happen?
No, they're not. Because you know what?
So,
the biggest chain in crypto, well, not the biggest, but the one that's actually useful and that people are going to be using like down the road, Ethereum, is moving to a verification and validation model that doesn't require so much processing.
Nice.
So the GPU thing I seriously doubt it'll ever be a thing again in crypto.
Thank God. That was the most annoying 2 years. Even though I was set, it was still annoying. It was still annoying that I couldn't recommend it to friends and stuff like that. It was really annoying. So yeah, good. Thank God. Crypto bros, get out of here.
Eat a dong, crypto bros.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's see, what else do we have on the decks here, gentlemen, ladies, and others? This is news that nerds will hate. Unfortunately, I'm just sad about this one. Although I got lucky enough to get one already, so I mean, F the rest of you, I got one.
Yeah, this is coming off the back of. Remember last week we talked about how Sony's getting sued for $6 billion over in the UK for overcharging on their digital store. Yes, Sage Bell.
Because to raise their prices overseas.
Yes, Sage Bell. Yes,
and Canada.
You are 100% correct. They raise it everywhere worldwide except for the United States. And you know why they probably did that? It's because for the last 3 quarters straight, the Xbox has been outselling the PlayStation. So that might have something to do with it.
Oh.
Yes.
That looks like, we're getting special treatment.
Yeah.
USA, USA.
Well, we are home turfish.
Actually, we are. PlayStation's headquarters moved from Japan to Los Angeles, so we've been over here. Their headquarters has been in the United States for the last 2 or 3 years. Another reason it's pissing off their customers in Japan. The Xbox is selling pretty well over there, and Game Pass is doing really well over there. The Switch is selling really well, and a lot of people are buying PCs. So this is kind of driving them to it.
Oof.
Yeah, so they raised the price. It's going to raise about an average of $50, and it's literally everywhere except for the United States. And if you haven't got your PlayStation 5 yet, sorry, and it's going to be a little bit more expensive, including all the resellers and scalpers.
They should just pull the Neo Geo, sell that thing for $700, and tell them to suck their dong.
The Neo Geo was way ahead of its time, huh?
I know.
In a lot of
Remember,
ways.
hey, Keith the Boogie. Remember that Neo Geo was selling for what, 600 in
Oh my God, the Neo Geo.
98.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, before that, in like the early 90s, it was selling for that much.
Dude, what's the inflation on that? Like,
Dude,
would that be like $1,200 right now? Probably.
I had a 3DO in 1997. It was $700. No, wait, when did those come out? 1996, 1997. I had a 3DO. That was $699.99.
$700?
Yeah, in 1997.
Hold on. I'm gonna go email London
That's
with
like-
a Y.
That's like 2 G's now.
Oh man. Okay, so anyways,
Okay.
PS5 on super sale. Well, not really super sale, getting marked up. Sorry, I got confused with my next topic. I actually have a topic for you guys.
Nice.
I did some work this week.
You did some work, but before
You
that, just because it's a quick thing, $700.95 right now would be $1,360 right now,
Nice.
thanks to inflation. Thank you, London with a Y. You would pay $1,300 right now for a 3DO.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
All right.
So,
Jack Keith.
All right, go, Keith.
ooh, I'm so happy about this because like I actually can contribute something. I feel so special with myself.
Oh.
Square Enix sold off a bunch of stuff like Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal and Square Enix. Anyways, huge sale, like fire sale, like get the Avengers for $2 sale. Although I think Russ would probably think that's still a ripoff.
That game just came out like what? Like not even like 6 months ago, right?
I know, but it
Look
did
at all
not
this, man.
do well. How does Disney not bring back Buena Vista Games and
You
take
know
care
why?
of their own IPs?
Because Disney hates video games. Bob Iger hated video games, and he shuttered the whole thing. Disney Infinity was just starting to like really catch fire. It was just starting to pick up, like really.
Yeah, it was.
And then, yep, took it away.
So look
Wait,
at that,
Bob
man. Look at
Iger's
all
not
that
still
cheap
part
stuff.
of it, is he?
Yeah, but it's too late. He shuttered all that stuff, and now like they're not going to start it back up. So yeah,
Deus
Disney
Ex
hates it.
Human Revolution for $1.50. Amazing.
Disney hates video games. Yeah, they're trying to get the last of their money out before they end up getting sold to someone else. Probably in a Embracer Group, since they're buying everything up.
No, oh yeah. And then what was really funny was that Square Enix had to like come out and actually say, no, we're not spending this all on NFTs and blockchain.
Yeah. Because their stupid president came out on New Year's Day like, thanks gamers for really boosting up the year and blah blah blah, and by the way, we're going to focus on NFTs, and everybody was like, you're an idiot. Why'd you even say that?
Anywho,
Can't wait.
in news that's good for us, if we ever actually start making money and being super consistent and like awesome with this, Twitch has some new rules for streamers, which is pretty awesome.
Ooh,
And
yeah,
I believe
Janesville knows
the
about
dynamic
this.
Hunter Sage Bell probably has a lot to say about this.
Oh man, let's see, which one is this one? No longer exclusive. Okay, so this one is because they just added another thing. So this particular tweet that I shared here is about Twitch partners. So if anyone is a checkmarked official, they are no longer forced to be exclusive on their platform. They can technically get partnered on other platforms now. When I say that, it's their competitors, Facebook and YouTube, but they still cannot dual stream to Facebook and YouTube. They can post their content on TikTok and other things. So
That's
they will no
hilarious.
longer get the, the slap. But in more recent Twitch news, in relation to this, by the same person who is doing this tweet, which I didn't share, they are adding built-in features to Twitch, which is super cool, so that we don't need to, as streamers, have commands such as shout out commands. So whenever somebody comes in, raids your channel, you can have it be an auto feature or like a integrated feature within the Twitch channel, and it will pop up on like the Twitch chat sidebar of hey, follow this person, this is what they last streamed, which is super cool.
Nice.
So they are adding a lot of things that we have to do manually on the back end.
Very tight.
After all this time, they're making it a little bit more user friendly, which is what they you want to encourage people to use your platform and stuff. I saw when you posted this in the group chat, and I mentioned that basically like what they're allowing now is what they got rid of Dr. Disrespect for. So it's like,
what did he do again? If you could remind the maniacs so we know what happened.
Well, Dr. Disrespect, he got his channel pretty much pulled in. Sageball, you can correct me because I know you probably know more about this than me. He got pulled from Twitch because he was soliciting to other platforms, right? To like try to.
I thought he got pulled because he was live streaming from a bathroom.
No, he got suspended for that for like a couple days, but they deleted his channel and stuff later on, like out of nowhere, and it turned out because he had been like trying to like find other deals other way and other places on other platforms, and then try to go back to Twitch and be like, hey, like you're kind of offering me this.
Hey, disrespectful.
Huh?
It's in his name. He's disrespectful.
Yeah. But pretty much this, like working with other partners and streaming on other platforms, that was part of why they got rid of his channel. So when I saw that, I was like, that's what they got rid of him for. And now
this whole thing is about them being like, hey, we can tell that it's hard to like build on one platform. You're allowed to go on multiple platforms because the way everything evolves, you need to go elsewhere.
That's the next step for these companies is like stop trying to be so proprietary and start working with other things. That's like the only way I think moving forward for a lot of places.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, I think that the problem is that as we move more and more towards like, an augmented or virtual digital lives, they're going to have to allow people to move platform to platform and place to place and keep all their stuff.
Yeah. That's part of the reason why they were trying to push NFTs. It's like saying you could do that and stuff, but that's not how it works. Like as far as how they're going to implement it, but that's part of like the market speak they were trying to use to normalize NFTs.
So I mean, I'm glad they're doing it. I don't think they're going to have much of a choice here shortly because content is content and it wants to be free.
Yep. Agreed.
Totally.
Like a Scottish man's bits and dingles under the kilt.
Not the bits and dingles.
No.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, football season is approaching fast. And for those of us who've been waiting for it with bated breath, we've had to make do with Madden, which, is the highest quality production value game in the world. They had
it's a perfect game.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The interns are still, just wiped out from having to complete this. But we thought we would show you some stuff, and I believe the Saberings have some commentary to go with it.
Yeah, this is just carried over from next week. We're just going to just periodically just dunk on Madden because I'm tired of talking about how shitty Madden is, and they know it. And the only reason I really am dunking on them this year is because they promised this is the most polished copy of Madden in a long time. Yeah, if you want to just rewind it right there, and biggin. But here we go. Go back a little bit more. So here we see just a replay. And let's take a look at the coach. One of these things is not like the other. This is a $70 to $100 game. And this is what you're getting in your $100 game of simulation football.
The likeness is dead.
So my question is the coach dead and he's like a ghost coach? Is that what this is? That'd be a cool movie. That seemed like a good like 80s or 90s movie, right? Ghost coach. Like, is that what this is? So anyway,
also played by Bill Cosby.
Yep, that was.
And
Ghost
then we've even got even more Madden FUs to the player community.
This one I liked a lot because this is it. The logic in this game is completely broken. Okay, watch. So Team A, the 49ers here, they're going to kick it off. The Jets are going to receive it in the end zone, and the player's not going to move. They're going to come down. They're going to tackle him. And they're going to get
safety.
No, it's not.
What?
It's not a safety if the other team gives you the ball and you get tackled in the end zone. If it's your own team hiking it to you and then they tackle you, that's a safety. That's a touchback
Oh.
right there that just happened, and the game gave him a safety. So the game doesn't even know the NFL rulebook, and it's the only licensed NFL simulation game.
Oh,
I thought that
video
was pretty funny.
games! You keep disappointing us.
Yep,
We're doing a good job this
Let's
year.
see.
the most
We've got a
polished
bunch of
version
other
in years.
stuff in here on video content, and so Sage, was there anything in there that you would like to start with?
Don't even have it open, so no. I don't remember what they are. There it is.
You found it.
You know what? Lies of P is just funny. That's the title of the game. It's about Pinocchio.
Pinocchio was trending hard lately, and he got 2 movies coming out. A Pinocchio
Does
game. Yeah. There's a Disney one and a Universal Studios or DreamWorks one. There's 2 of them coming out.
The other studio one came out already, and it's
Did it?
awful.
Which one was that? Was that the DreamWorks one?
I don't remember, but Donkey did a review and clowned on it for 10 minutes.
Nice.
But yeah, you can see here, it's like this cool steampunk Pinocchio, like dark.
This is Final Fantasy as hell right here.
It really is.
Why is like steampunk or cyberpunk the go-to when like we need to make a game but like make it edgy?
Does
Oh
she
wow,
wish I
she
knew.
needs some.
gemstones in her like nasties?
Yeah.
She needs some
That looks like
lotion.
Bloodborne right there.
And it looks like the Vatican.
What is this? Is this an MMO? What is this?
Lies of P.
Yeah. You're this guy.
Your P?
Yeah, you're Pinocchio.
But he's
Oh.
got a
Lies-
bazooka arm. This is Cyberpunk Dark Souls Pinocchio.
You know, it looks interesting. I don't understand. Like, it's like what Alice Madness Returns kind of thing, where it's,
Okay.
Yeah, the
so it's
art
like,
style is very intentional.
yeah, it's dark. And since it's called Lies of P, I'm curious why his nose isn't gigantic.
yeah,
Unless you're not Pinocchio, you're trying to take down Pinocchio. It's not clear by the trailer,
like Edward Scissorhands a little bit.
but there's I assume he's father, and then that's Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
you
Like
know
every
what?
studio's trying to find their own Timothy Chalamet.
I just looked it up and I figured out why his nose isn't big. Apparently, this is the X-rated version of Pinocchio, and it isn't his nose that grows as he lies.
He has a steampunk something else.
Oh.
They just call that arousing.
Yeah, look at this. This is Total Souls.
I mean, as much as dudes lie now, can you imagine how much they'd lie if that happened?
They made a steampunk Souls like Pinocchio. Wow.
I do remember one of the outros to Game of Thrones. I can't remember which character was having trouble, but they just cut some poor dude's arm off. I go, wow, how would you build that into a game? Like Red Dead Revolver. Like, you got the gangrene, Buck. Let me take care of it. Bowie knife. Ah!
Anyways, enough.
Okay.
No Mokio. No
All right.
Mo Pinocchio.
Okay.
Let's see what's up next here on the old video screen, boys and girls. I think we're gonna go with we mentioned Borderlands earlier because we're still waiting for that damn movie. But there's a new Tales from Borderlands world premiere trailer. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so Gamescom was over the last week between now and the previous thing, and so they announced a new Tales of game with the Borderlands.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm so glad Telltale's back.
right. I thought they died, and they've been making games out of nowhere.
They had another game that they just announced too, right?
Yeah,
Which one was it? Do you remember? I forgot.
not at all. Don't
It was-
remember at all.
It was something cool that too. I was like, oh, that's cool. It was the Expanse. That's what it was.
Because Telltale's Wolf Among Us is them, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
Wolf Among Us has a whiskey tasting on Thursday. It's sold out, but they're doing a whiskey tasting at PAX on Thursday.
Are they gonna do another Wolf Among Us?
I guess it's a Wolf Among Us themed whiskey that's launching.
They will print money if they make another one. People have been yelling at them to make that sequel for a long time.
I need to see if there's a panel for it. But yes, there's more guns with legs. Who cares? I've never cared about guns with legs. But it looks like they're incorporating some of the Tiny Tina stuff because you saw like the little piece hitting the other piece, and the most recent Tiny Tina game is a D&D game.
Yeah, they're also incorporating some Borderlands 3, like the walking gun. It had
Yeah.
It had a dude from I guess he was in the first Tales game, but he was a main character in Borderlands 3, like Reese.
Oh yeah, Reese. We saw Reese. Man, I did not pay attention to this trailer. I was just like,
Mhm.
oh, they're inclusive. They
Yeah.
gave us the lady in the wheelchair and some other shit in here.
I was gonna stream Tiny Tina's Wonderland, but like when GPU prices dropped, I just couldn't afford it anymore.
I still don't own it.
But I will probably grab it sometime in the next couple months. I do want to play that game. It looks awesome. Does anybody remember that old arcade game that like where you were a knight and you had a sword?
Oh.
And the animation style reminds me of Tiny Molly,
Oh, that's
Tiny
gonna
Tina, whatever.
kill me. Who had the license for 90s?
What?
It wasn't D&D because there was a D&D one.
Oh my god, I can't remember what the game was called, but it was like the original one that looked like animation, that looked like a cartoon.
Oh, Dragon's Lair.
Was that the one?
Yeah, it was animated. It was Don Bluth.
Hold on, let's find out.
Dirk the Daring, and he was saving Daphne. Wasn't that Princess Daphne? Oh my!
Isn't that also something Paul Thomas Anderson does?
Dragon's Lair? No, it was Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair and Space Ace, but Space Ace wasn't as big of a hit.
Space Ace.
I want to cosplay from Space Ace, but I need to get roller skates.
It was Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, man, Dragon's Lair. I just watched the special. I just watched a documentary about Don Bluth.
Yeah, dude, that totally reminds me of the Tiny Tina's Wonderland stuff.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff was inspired by Dragon's Lair.
Space Ace is a lot more thong. Okay, I was going with Space Ace, not Space Ace. Dragon's Lair is a lot more thong, and Space Ace is just like
ray guns,
blue, teeny dress, and roller skates or heels. But I like the art with the roller skates.
What up, Jick of Monte Cristo?
Oh, Jick is here. Welcome, Jick.
Jick. All right, moving on to the next topic.
Next up, I'm believing this is the Loudons, the Browns' thingsies.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, we're getting a little bit of audio.
Is he doing tier list?
I mean, audio's fine. This is a very, very well-known person at FGC scene giving out the tiers to the new Guilty Gear. And it's super interesting when I have a bad time with someone. I look at this chart for someone that obviously has way more knowledge about the game than I do. It means, okay, it's not a bad matchup. I just need to practice. And it's super. You look at Goon's characters, the first low tier person. Stupid Axel. I hate Axel so much. Do any of you know what Axel acts like?
Is he the one that's got?
He's got chain sights, so everything he does is on a little chain that he throws.
Yeah.
So he's just like oppressive from full screen.
But anyway, I'm sure this is all amusing.
Yeah. Notably, we got a lot of top 8 people in the top row. Leo Whitefang, Ramathal, and Nagoriyuki and Eddie. So if you're trying to learn to play this game and you want to win, pick someone on that top rack. The middle are also beasts, but they don't compete. They don't do events. Like, you might have to take the recipes and go somewhere else, which is the thing. Okay.
No more. We're done with that particular thing today at this moment. Next up, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and skip some other stuff unless you guys really, really want to see the Friends with Friends or Blacktail thing. Now let's just go straight to PAX. Let's talk PAX, boys and girls.
It's going to be bananas.
There is a charity event. It might be already sold out, but they're hosting it at it's normally a pub crawl, but we can't do pub crawls because COVID. So we are doing. It's going to be at Kel's Irish Pub. In Medway. And it's
your
a
people.
Pokeball. It is half of my people.
Half of your people.
Half of my people. It is a Pokemon themed ball instead of a crawl. So they're doing the primary teams that are in Pokemon Go for their.
And if you wanted to, Keith, you could click that buy now button on PAX and be shocked that with less than a week to go, you can still buy a 4-day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's because nobody wants to catch multi-COVID.
That's true.
Multivid.
I mean, nothing sold out at Emerald City either, and Saturday was still very packed. So,
I mean,
so my question is, do you guys think, based on what you've seen, that there's a reason to be super excited about PAX this year?
I know that there's going to be some announcements that were not made at last week. That are probably going to happen at PAX.
And then remember, they got to wait for D23.
They don't have to.
But they do. They leave the bombshells for their own convention.
But because this is a fan event, I don't think D23 is. Do people go to D23 or is that just an online thing?
It's in person. Yeah.
Are you talking about the Disney one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Disney one is going to be
Florida, baby.
Anyways, I was thinking like because there's exclusives with PAX, and
there are. You can see the chart that London pulled up just now of the featured guests. That's a lot of bros.
There's a lady right there.
They put her first. They know what they're doing.
She's the most recent announced guest.
Yeah, I'm sure they were just trying to like, oh look, nerds, there's gonna be hot chicks there.
All right. Moving on, because we have so many topics and, like 10.
Well, no, we're supposed to be talking about this for a while. What are you doing at PAX? What are things you're doing?
Statement. So, okay, Maniacs, the reason why we have this as a closing statement, sorry, thank you, Sage Bell. The reason why we have this as a closing statement is one thing that this podcast knows very well. It's how to find a party at PAX, how to find friends at PAX. Sage and I were lucky enough to go into the BioShock party. Pictures on her Instagram, check it out. And yeah, and we were, a lot of us at the podcast, at least some of our friends, we were all able to go to the Mohai God dang it, what's the name of the damn game?
Sure.
With the red and white curtains.
Pokemon?
No, it was like a murder mystery. I'll remember it before I'm done. But they started off with a murder mystery at a mansion in First Hill, which is by the hospitals in Capitol.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the last year, they rented out an entire boat museum, and they had you running from boat to boat trying to find clues.
That's cool.
It was half escape room.
I asked too fast a question. So Sonic Boombox and Parapalooza are coming back.
Oh no!
So the Sonic Boombox after party is sponsored by Voodoo Rangers. So I need to yell about that because that is on Saturday. If you buy your tickets in advance, it's $10. It's $20 at the door. And then Parapalooza is back. That is the Sunday night. That is $25 at the door or in advance, unless you know people. But Parapalooza has a costume contest, and if you win, it's up to $1,000 prize, I believe.
It's a good amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, lovelies. Well,
I like money.
I know. I like turtles.
Dress up in cosplay. Get just be amazing.
Oh, that's a big ask.
Be amazing.
I think to the Sonic Boombox party, I have a hollow schoolgirl uniform. So when it lights up, I'm like colored, and when I'm not like.
Oh, you're saying you're the colored person in this podcast?
Yes. No.
Up top. Right there, Russ. Right there.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, it like it's gray unless you shine a light on it or a flashlight, and then it changes colors.
Nice.
So, I figure I wear that to Sonic Boombox Party and wear a cosplay to the Poropalooza party.
And what night is this, my darlings?
Saturday night's the Sonic Boombox Party, and Sunday night is Poropalooza. Poropalooza is at Q Nightclub, which is on Capitol Hill, and Sonic Boombox is like a block or two from PAX at Spin, and it's a downstairs. There is also stuff going on Friday night. There's you can go to, if you are on Facebook, it is called PAX West Parties. Basically, side questing is the website, and then you can search on side questing for PAX West, and they will give you the PAX West 2022 party list, and you can get most of the events on there, not all of them.
We will see you too, Ikachu.
That's getting freaking great. Okay.
You'll
what
also
else do
see
we got?
stuff again.
Study.
All right, now that this is kind of trailing off, and we're all like, what do I say now? Let's go to closing statements. I want to start with the Saverings V Gaming Midlife Comics / Dad Mad Rad
Yeah.
Daddy
Yep.
Dude.
Yep, dad jokes. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's good to see everyone, and to be seen. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to engage with us on our social medias. Be sure to play some games, and be sure to relax and all that good stuff. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next week. Pass it down to Dynamic Hunter Sage Bell.
Hello. This is how I caught the pass. Follow me on Twitter at SageBell, Instagram, TikTok if you feel like it, and elsewhere, SageBell_model. I'll have an announcement for you next week, but this week, Tuesday and Wednesday, I should be streaming. Who knows what I'm doing, if I'm streaming games or cosplay, because we'll see. I determined I can't actually wear the costume I'm making at con because con's too far away and too long to be in the specific shoes that I have. So I either need to remake that portion of the outfit that requires the shoes, or just do it for photos. So I will have surprise cosplay for y'all at PAX.
Ooh, surprise cosplay.
And
That is
over
very
to
exciting.
that one over there.
Who,
with
this
the
one?
bandana. Yeah.
I don't wear bandanas. Never have, never will. Sorry if I made a funny face. I was looking at all the events happening this weekend, and it's a few, The Chicago is playing Chateau Saint Michelle. We have PAX. Whoever the Glorious Sons are playing at the White River, and Hamilton is still playing at Paramount. But nothing else really shout out to me. School
I'm
of
so
Rock
sad.
plays the B-52s
I wanna go see
concert.
Hamilton.
It happens. People get slow and people get old. I'm getting slow and old now. That's sad. Oh, wait. Thursday for Brokeball, Friday for 6th annual Return to the Grid, Saturday for Sonic Boom, Sunday for Poro. Wow. Hot Rika Girl 16 is doing all the things.
Hell yeah. There's also a Polish party. It's about Polish food and people and gamers and stuff. And you can register for that. That is also on Sunday night.
Welcome to Saltier Podcast, your very own Polish video game podcast network.
I feel like Keith the Boogie's the closest to being Polish.
Scandinavian-ish.
Again,
I
so
got
you're
no
the closest.
Polish. Not yet.
The closest I am is Italy or England.
Yeah,
I think you're closer.
probably geographically.
Yeah, geographically.
Oh,
Height-wise,
do you mean I have to stand The Witcher now?
Yes, that has to be your favorite fiction now
All right.
by default.
Are you done, Mr. Loudon-Brown?
I am done. Take it away, Fredo.
My closing statement is smoke weed, punch Nazis. I love you all. Peace.
Bye.